two very special messages for all Libra. Welcome, everyone. We often hear that Libras are indecisive, but this hesitation isn't just about hesitation. It's a reflection of an incredibly complex internal negotiation that Libra goes through. They aren't simply picking a path, they're actively weighing the emotional impact of that particular path on everyone around them. This deep-seated commitment to fairness and collective harmony means they aren't looking for a quick fix, but rather a resolution that honors the well-being of the entire group or loved ones, whatever the case may be. Now that we've set the stage, let's uncover these two powerful messages that are ready to unfold for you right now, Libra. And this is a timeless reading. You can use it anytime. And I'd like to welcome each and every one of you and start with the first message. There will be two, one over here and one over here. And when I do the messages, I will go through the message and everything that it entails, and we'll take it from there. Once that's done, we start the second one. Let's see what the first message is all about. It says, a happy move to a new home or a place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in sorry, I can barely see it, will usher in a positive new energy. It will usher in positive new energy. Wow, I just stopped because there's so much coming in my mind and my intuition as this is happening, and the crow, all of it together, and the picture. I was sort of getting distracted, but you know what? This to me looks, for the majority of Libra, the transition could be in both home and business. Anyhow, nevertheless, let's take on two more messages and see further what else about this. Okay, what have we got? Wow. We have the ending of a chapter. The Scythe is about a harsh ending. It is about a sudden, unexpected accident sometimes, release, liberation, and it could be a surprise ending. But it is a chapter ending, and it is happening. It is connected to the letter J. It could be happening in July. If July is nearby, or June, it could be happening to someone that's connected to July or June, which could be Cancer the strongest, because June and July is Cancer. Then we've got Gemini or Leo, but I feel Cancer the strongest here. Maybe a Cancer season or someone that has strong Cancer in them. Chinese year of the dog shows someone will be very supportive, and it can be someone born in the Chinese year of the dog also. This could be affecting this person too. Someone very supportive who's going to be helpful, and a great friendship, sometimes a friendship that can turn into love after this ordeal. And it looks like to me this could be a soulmate or a twin flame connection. This can also be about doctors. It could be about medical matters. It could be about children. And it could be about family matters also, pets, vets and pets. It could be happening within 18 weeks from the time you see, or 18 days from the time you are seeing this reading. We've got the Chinese year of the rooster, the monkey, and also we've got something about October. 10 is here all over the place, and 10 is connected to October. Could be October season, something happening at October season. And it can also be October time, and Chinese year of the rooster is connected to this somehow. Now that we've done this, I'm going to take on a few messages from the tea leaves and see what else do they want to add to this. This is all about the transmutation that's taking place, and from, a new house, a new home, a new employment. But it is about movement. I have, excuse me, a little bit of water. a happy move. That's what I was trying to say. And how incredible we've got the bat here. The bat is about rebirth, a restart, a new lease of life. But I need two more. Oh, there they are. Okay, the dagger isn't very good. The dagger shows that there could be some sort of painful truth that you have to face. I'll put them all together. Painful truth that you might go through, a situation that will bring you some. This could be connected to the scythe because the dagger is about bad news. It is about tense situations, fear, worry. It could be about the sudden impact of an ending that could be a little bit hard. So that's connected to that. Then it says you should accept valid criticism. But according to me, the cup is about truths that are brought to you, news that comes sometimes through news or through email. It is also about get together, gathering the family, gathering friends. And then we've got the bat, which is about rebirth, starting over, a new lease of life, according to me. According to the tea leaf, it says, take care, enemies are working against you, right? And then we've got love. There is something that is going to happen in regard to romance, love in your life, because we did have the twin flame or the soulmate here with the dog, because the dog is about that also. Now that I've done this, we're going to take two more messages from another deck to see what else in regard to this move. Wow, you're not doing it alone. Somebody is going to be very supportive. This is about financial relief, but it's also about being contented, loving care, a supportive role, really being supported, even to the point where there's a lot of growth in this support. You're working well together. Some of you are also considering careers in supportive roles, and that could be the move in regard to your work, changing it to something more supporting others, a supportive role. From the what you're doing, current position. But there is job security and there's a lot of growth. Most important with this, it's about contentment, loving care coming to you. But this situation here is connected to what we just saw in regard to enemies working against you, people that are, that intense situations. Somebody might not be very honest. This wearing the mask, the golden mask, is about either money that's been hidden, or finding money, or somebody stealing, theft. So you got to be very careful of anyone around you, and make sure that everything you have is stashed away well, or rather, kept in the bank. We always put everything in the bank. You just get something, a box in the bank, and you put all your belongings in the bank. Acting, this is about careers. Careers in acting or assistant. Hidden potential is also here, but something unknown is going to happen. Something hidden is going to be revealed to you. So that's also that. And then I'm going to take two messages from another deck to see what else for this section. We got one that jumped out, and there's the other one. Oh, two. Okay, so we got three. Let's have a look. Yes, love. There is a situation to do with love and passion here. It looks like there's passion, there's chemistry, and ultimately it turns into a wedding. So a lot of passion is going to be igniting. We've got love and we've got passion. Look at that. Love and passion. So that's what's coming. That's what it looks like. That's what we're shown. That allow your heart and your soul to sing with joy. And it says that it might start as chemistry, but then it's going to become into strong passion. And then ultimately, this situation involves marriage. So this person that you're having a lot of passion with is ultimately going to turn into marriage. It's someone that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. So that is magnificent. Finally, I'm going to take two more messages from this deck to see what else in regard to this that's happening, maybe clues or timing. It says teaching or learning. When this chapter of your life is ending, you're realizing the change, the transformation that's liberating you. You'll know that it was a major ordeal that you went through, a very karmic chapter, but it taught you a lot. and it made you who you are today. That's going to help you big time. 5 to 7 weeks from the time you see this reading. And we got also possibly 12 December. The next true message for every Libra, finally you can do your own thing. Individuality is about finally being yourself, living the way you want, doing what you want to do. Finally having the right to think for yourself, to work for yourself and not think about everybody else. Doing your own thing. And this is starting November. November marks a very special time, or it could be 11 weeks from the time you see this reading. Connected again to the Chinese year of the dog and Chinese year of the pig for some of you because of this time here, this date with learning and everything. It's a chapter ending, a chapter of your life that's coming to an end. Finally, what I'm going to do is take 2 tarot, and I want to see what they tell us for this section. Important factors in regard to this major move. Wow. You are going to be grieving the loss of someone. This is connected to the scythe. This unexpected, overwhelming accident or the removal of someone from your life, you will be grieving their loss. That's what the 5 of Cups is all about. Grieving the loss of someone. So that's that one. And it could be happening within 5 weeks or 5 months from the time you see this reading. And the final one is about empowerment, the Magician. You are going to be so empowered, like magic. Things are going to be moving in a very powerful spiritual way for you. You are going to be empowered like magic. Things are going to be falling into your lap. So much awareness, so much power. Prepare for this time because it's going to be spectacular. And one thing is wonderful, you're not doing it alone. That's the most important factor. You're not doing this alone. So let's leave that now and move on to the second message for Libra. Let's have a look. We've got one truth for every Libra. And it says in the near future. When is something happening? Maybe something you've been thinking and questioning. In the near future. Let's have a look. What's happening in the near future? Let's see. We're going to take one message. Or 2 actually. No, just one from this deck. In regard to this. And there it is. Stepped out, and it's about a new beginning, just like we had the bat telling us about a new beginning. Excuse me. And this part here telling us that there is going to be a new move. The new beginning and the daffodil is about end of a chapter. An end of a chapter. Again, we've got the 10, 10, 10, 10. This is showing to me October is going to impact your life on a grand scale. Maybe that's when the ending is happening or the new beginning, because they're all connected. The 10 and 10 is to do with endings and beginnings. So October marks a very special time in, it seems like, in every Libra or the majority of Libra. Let's take on 2 messages, and something did open up. Yes, that one and that one. Okay, very interesting. Absolutely interesting. Wow. Libra, you are ruled by Venus, and there it is. Venus, the goddess of love and wealth. Venus is love and wealth, attraction, charm, grace, everything, magnetism, abundance, and happiness. That's what Venus power is all about. And this is what governs you, my dear Libra, and with you, Taurus. It shows here the Empress, which means something spiritual is going to happen. It's going to liberate you. It's going to bring you abundance. It's going to change your life completely. But you know what? Yes, here they're showing you're grieving the loss of someone. You might be grieving for a short period of time, but you're moving forward into pleasure and happiness and abundance, believe it or not. And that's happening within 3 months, I would say, from the time you see this. Connected to March, whenever you're seeing the reading, March, the next coming March. And then we've got the Rider. This is 2 in 1. This is great news and action. It's about a messenger that's going to give you the green light to move, to go ahead. This is about delivering some sort of news. It's about a green light that you are able to take action. Something happens or some news comes that you're able to move. You're able to take action. If you're waiting for something, to give you the right to move to a new house or new property or build or something. It's all happening, and it's going to be the green light to your progress. Full speed ahead, something happening very quickly. Some of you are getting news about a visitor visiting. Some of you are traveling. Some of you are going to be taking action where you were not able before. This is a very strong, and takes you from a difficult situation to a brand new beginning. And again, we've got 9 and 1, which is 10. 10 here, very strong. Again, I will say October marks a very special time for you. Now I'm going to take a few messages from the tea leaves to see what else is happening from now to a year. Is that two? Two we can take. And we got another one. Oh, no, we got 2. Okay. So we've got the yoke. And the yoke is about restrictions, being tied down, not being able to move. That's where this comes along and gives you the right to move. So, yes, the yoke is about feeling tied down or frustrated because you're stuck. You're stuck in a situation where you can't release yourself. And that is going to be very soon released. It is to do with your path. It's showing me that you know where you're heading. You know where your destination is. And you are on the right path. There's no doubt about that. You're on the right path. And this is connected to Sagittarius also, which is November, Sagittarius time. Could be someone that's got Sagittarius in them. By the way, according to the tea leaf, it says you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So we've got that one. And then we've got the hammock, which is about a vacation, taking time out and physically or mentally just relaxing. Taking a vacation, physically or mentally going away. There is travel here also. A fair woman can be also a fair man or any gender. Dealing or relationship with someone of light complexion. We'll put it that way. Okay. Now that's that. Now I'm going to take 2 messages from another deck to see what else is happening from now to a year. Or did they say a year? In the near future. I'm sorry, not in a year. In the very near future. So that could be any day now. And the near future can be a month or 2 months from now, from the time you see this reading. I do feel like major transformations, luck. Oh, luck. I was looking at the rose and I said luck, but this is the real luck. This is the true luck. But let's talk about the spiral first. It says things are going to be out of control. You're climbing the ladder, upward trend, big time. And this could be about revisiting a job. This could be about promotion, connections. Things are moving on a grand scale for you. And then we've got the lucky break with the clover. This is luck to the highest level and degree. This is about extreme luck and good fortune coming your way. Some of you might be doing businesses outdoor business, but you've got to be careful not to take any risky business. There could be a great surprise and finances are going to be booming. Play the lotto or the lottery. This is when I see the clover, I always say that. Play the lotto or the lottery. This is the best time to do so. Now I'm going to take 2 more messages from another deck to see what else is happening in the near future. We got 1. There is a retreat. You're going somewhere. There may be a situation where you might be feeling a little bit flirtatious. There may be something to do with flirting or somebody that you might be flirting with. It says extend your lighthearted energy to others because you know what? Ultimately, it says you want to disconnect from the world and go on a retreat with someone. And you are, because there is travel here. So it's all right to flirt and have fun, especially if you're having fun with someone. Go ahead. Don't hold back. Let's take on 2 messages from this deck about the near future. So we got 1, and it says forgiveness. When you forgive a situation, you finally let go of it. It says there is a hurdle that's been there. In order to heal completely, you need to forgive. You have to forgive and forget to have inner peace. And that's happening within 6 weeks or months from this time. Maybe when something ends, there was a lot in it. Finally, you will forgive, learn, and move forward. And then we've got spirituality. Something spiritual is liable to happen because the goddess Venus fell in the High Priestess. That means something quite spiritual might take place. There could be somebody passing, this accident, this scythe, this can be about the passing of someone, an ending that could be very hard. But you are dealing with spirituality, spiritual matters. The changes that are coming are going to be spiritual, but they will liberate you. That's the most important. And that's happening within 5 weeks or months from this time. Now I'm going to take on 2 messages from the tarot to see what else for this section in the near future. And wow, the soulmates. This is the spiritual union destined to be. That's why we had marriage. That's why they said chemistry, passion, but ultimately it's going to turn into marriage because it's a soulmate, twin flame, or soulmate connection. It's something that's so strong, so incredible that it's going to move you to the highest level of commitment. So that's that one. And then, and also it can be a soulmate that's coming in a business situation and you become partners. Incredible partnership. An amazing partnership for those of you who are already married, for example. There is the tower connected to the scythe, an accident, all of a sudden something is removed from your life. And the reason that happens is because there is no more to learn or to expand with this situation. It has to come to an end. So they remove it, whether it's a situation or a person, but it's coming to an end, an abrupt ending. It could happen all of a sudden, but you're finally liberated with the tower. So it might disrupt your life, yes, but it's happening for your highest good to move on to the next level. And that is the end of this reading. Let me know what you think. I wish you infinite blessings. Namaste.